Hi, welcome. I'm Tom, your host, and this is the DROPCAST Movie Poster Podcast Interview Edition. Today we will talk to the ever so talented Nan Lawson, who illustrates books by day and creates awesome prints by night. We will cover her beginnings and find out what and where she wants to go in the future. So stay tuned, head over to our Instagram profile at DropMakeOfficial or check us out on YouTube for the video version, and don't forget to smash that like button. So now let's get started. Nan, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Tom. I'm very good. Still morning here, so.
Yeah, it's getting dark here, but it's like the nights are. The days are longer than the nights. It's getting there, so that's a good thing. But yeah, how's sunny California?
Today is really lovely. Yesterday was actually pretty cold and gray, but
yeah,
looking like a good day today.
That sounds very good. It's been a while since I've been to California, but I really need to go again. I miss it.
The weather is always nice.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. So let's get into the interview section right away. And we start with a speed round, as the fans of the podcast know. And the speed round is going to be a couple of words, and you're going to associate something with, or it's going to be an either or question, and you let us know what you prefer in this scenario. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. First one is color.
Black.
Character.
Character. Jon Snow.
Jon Snow, okay. Portrait or landscape?
Portrait.
Your favorite tale?
Tale?
Yeah, or myth or legend.
Oh, Arthurian legend.
Okay, so you have something in common with Peter Diamond. He also said that.
Oh, okay.
Your favorite Avenger?
Ooh, Thor.
All right. Your favorite Steven Spielberg movie?
Oh, wow. I have to think about that. The first one that comes to mind is E.T., which is crazy because it's not.
That's interesting, but we're going to talk about that after the speed run.
Yeah.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Tool.
Pen.
All right. Favorite holiday destination?
Hawaii.
All right. And last but not least, samurai or ninja?
Samurai.
All righty, there you go. Thank you for answering the speed run. So let's get back to, why does E.T. pop into your head, and why is it not your favorite movie?
I don't know. I'm like blanking on Spielberg movies, and I see like that Jaws poster behind you, and I'm just like, Jaws. I don't know. I guess I'm just blanking on Spielberg movies right now. But I just like E.T. is like the most iconic one I could think of.
Okay.
And I didn't even like it. It's a good movie, but it's not my favorite.
But what is though? Did it pop into your head?
No, I feel like I'd have to look at a list of his movies because he has so many.
Jurassic Park?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's great. Yeah, probably Jurassic Park.
Okay, we're just going to leave it up there.
Sure. To be fair, yeah, that's probably.
All right, that sounds good. Okay, so next step would be, I'm going to talk about 3 pieces of art, and you're going to tell me how this happened. First off, the first piece of art I wanted to talk about is... actually, it's 2 kind of pieces. Because the first one is it's from the Star Wars series, is it Through the Woods? I think Through the Woods, right?
Yeah.
This is from the Force Awakens one, with Rey and Kylo in the snow, and then you also did the one in Dagobah, right? Was it Dagobah? Yeah. So yeah, how did this idea happen? And you can talk also about the whole project of Through the Woods, maybe.
Sure. Well, I've been working a lot in picture book projects and things like that. So when I came up with the idea for Through the Woods, it was more like expanding my portfolio to have these sort of picture book looking pieces, but still being pop culture. So especially the Dagobah one, which has much more of a fairy tale feel to it, I think. And then the second one, the style is a little bit different, but still, stylized. So that's where the Through the Woods came from. It was from me wanting to work in more landscape type paintings.
But landscape, to clarify, in terms of
Oh yes,
yeah,
like,
okay,
like
not the format,
like
not the
woods
format.
and not the format.
Okay,
Yeah.
what would you say is your most favorite piece of the Through the Woods series?
Probably the Eternal Sunshine one.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a great piece.
Which, yeah, I just like the colors. It's like so muted, and I feel like if you didn't know that movie, you would be like, "What is that?"
Yeah, right. But yeah, I also love from that series the Mad Max one, the Furiosa one.
Yeah, that one
I,
was
I
really,
can
and then the color
yeah
totally different.
yeah I can
Super.
feel her scream in this one, so it's like
Yeah,
it's a really
yeah.
nice one. Okay, the second one I want to talk about is the Rocket and Groot
Oh
that
my
you did
gosh,
in
that's
this.
so long.
What was it? The tree or triangle or like where you have the geometric shapes in
Yeah,
there. From what series is this? I found a couple on them on the internet.
yeah. I did a gallery show here in Los Angeles. I don't know if they don't really do gallery openings
Yeah,
anymore, but I am 8-bit gallery.
8-bit. Okay.
8-bit, yeah. They're still in LA, but they do a lot more video game type
Yeah.
shows. But I did a show with them that was sort of like pairs of cartoony pop culture characters, sort of in this like floating position where it almost looks like a playing card where there's like a shape behind
Yeah.
them, and then one's on top and one's on bottom, and you can flip it whichever way you want.
Okay.
But yeah, that was 8 years ago.
I see. Because I was interpreting it as in, oh, they are in space floating.
Yeah, but like I have like all different kinds of
Yeah.
characters doing the same thing.
Yeah, I saw that. But I mean, I'm a big Rocket and Groot fan, and so I had to include him. I don't know if someone can see it. It's like right there, like behind me. I have the Mike Mitchell and like the Groot and Rocket hugging each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's as a vinyl toy, so that's really great. And
Yeah.
yeah, and this also the this kind of I'm just gonna call them the playing cards. They all look really amazing, all of them in the series. So if you dig into Nan, you will find those. They are really nice people.
Yeah.
Okay, last but not least, I want to also do some newer stuff, which is the Wanda you did and the Leia you did. Basically, they're from the same series, you could say, right?
Yeah, it's not, I guess it's a series because it's just like these new things that I'm doing.
Yeah, tell us something about what are you trying to go
Yeah,
for?
after doing all those Through the Woods pieces and all the sort of landscapey, like in the outdoorsy type stuff, I wanted to go back to doing portraits, which I've done in the past. But I really wanted to like challenge myself and teach myself how to get that sort of more realistic likeness while still looking like a painting. So I was just doing the Wanda one, just like on the side between projects. Whenever I had free time, I just sort of work on her. And I had so much fun that I was like, I just want to keep doing these.
Yeah, they're
So,
amazing.
like,
They look really, really good. I really love them.
yeah, no, yeah. Every time I have any free moment, I've just been doing those for fun.
Yeah.
So,
Which one are you do you want to do next in this?
I'm about halfway through a Blade Runner one.
Okay, cool. With what's her Rachel?
So, and I might have Deckard in there somewhere
Okay,
too.
cool.
Yeah.
I thought it's got all because like the one of the last ones where like you did Wanda, you did Leia, and you did Beth. So I thought it's just going to be all women.
All girls. Yeah, I could do that. We'll see.
Dude, yeah, there you go. Since we talked about Furiosa, do also Furiosa maybe.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, that's some really cool stuff. And now let us get to know you a little bit better. And my first question would be, how did you start out? How did you get into this illustration and especially print world?
Well, when I moved out to LA, I was sort of working like not great jobs, just sort of temp work. And I had opened an Etsy shop on the side and just started doing like little illustrations just for fun, just to like get my creative outlet,
Yeah. Where are you from, by the way?
Originally from Massachusetts.
Okay, that's a cross-country move.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I just was doing it for fun and just drawing. I was drawing like little characters, cartoons, just like almost doodles really, and just selling them here and there. And that was sort of how I started illustration. And from there, I did a lot of commissions of like couples in this sort of cute cartoony style. And that sort of let me amazingly quit my full-time job.
Is that the one? Is that the one where they look at different perspectives? Is that the one?
That came much.
Okay.
That was much later. This is like so early on, like 2008, 2009, like just out of college.
Okay.
And so I was just kind of doing these portraits of like actual people, like wedding portraits or whatever, just to like make money, Yeah. And I got featured on some wedding blog that was huge. And so all of a sudden I was getting all these commissions for these little portraits. And so I quit my full-time job and was doing illustration full-time with these commissions sort of covering, paychecks or whatever.
Yeah.
And then from there, I just sort of like started making fan art and like these little cartoony characters, a lot of like what you showed with the I Am 8-bit, sort of in that style. And Gallery 1988 sort of picked up on that. And from there, I just started doing pop culture art, just gallery stuff. Go. Yeah, just like whatever. And, that sort of evolved into doing picture books and book covers and stuff like that too. So,
what university did you study and what did you study there?
I went to Syracuse University. That's in
Orange Man.
That's right. Yes.
I got my jersey over there, my basketball jersey, and they're in the Sweet 16 right now, March Madness.
Oh, really? I have no idea.
There you go.
Do not follow college basketball at all, but I did when I was there.
Yeah, and fun fact, my neighbor, she is, I don't know if she went to Syracuse, but at least she got a newborn, and she just posted the other day a photo having the baby dressed out in full Syracuse Orange Men gear. So
amazing. Yeah. So I went there. It's that's in New York. And I studied film. So the through line is there where like my love of film and stuff. And then moved to LA with my now husband, then boyfriend, who also studied film. And we were both like, we're going to go and, try to make movies and work in the industry. And I eventually, obviously didn't do that, and he's still doing it.
Okay. Is he well known? Did he do anything we know?
Yeah, he's a writer and producer on Cobra Kai.
Damn.
Yep.
So where's your Cobra Kai art?
He keeps asking, and I'm just
we're gonna
maybe I should do like a portrait of.
Yeah, we're gonna keep asking now.
Yeah, right. He's like, please, I'll pay you. Like, you don't pay me. Yeah, so I'm sure that will happen eventually.
Okay, there you heard it, people. We're gonna hold you to that.
Yeah, he did it. He lived the dream, and then I was like, I don't want to be in this industry. So
okay, fair enough.
So I'm licensed.
Yeah. Did you like? Did you just study like film in terms of just on a theoretical level, or did you just do your own films as well?
It was filmmaking, so like
Okay.
the creative side of filmmaking, directing, writing,
Yeah.
cinematography, editing, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I think I focused mostly on editing, and was totally like, when I moved out here, I was like, I'm going to be an editor.
Yeah.
And I did some editing gigs, but never anything, nothing panned out.
How did you get into the illustration part in terms of you basically, was it learning by doing, or in what way did you come so far?
Well, I'd always, like, as a kid, always drew. I even remember like drawing actors and musicians, like from like magazine pictures. I would like do portraits of them. Um, and yeah, even through college, like I always like, I would do the storyboards and people would be like, "You're good at this." And so drawing just always came naturally to me. And then so when I came out here and was sort of looking for the creative outlet, that's sort of where I put my energy. So yeah,
So
basically everything I did for fun.
yeah, why did you? I'm just gonna call it as turning totally away from film, but why, in terms of like making it? But why did you do like go into the concept art direction?
Why didn't
Yeah,
I?
or are you doing it? And I don't know. I'm sorry. Then I did. I don't want to. Don't want to say something wrong here.
I thought about it. I think my skill level was not quite there.
Okay.
Like now maybe I could, if I wanted to, try, but I also just like, I don't think I have the right skill set for
All right.
that type
Okay.
of work.
Okay. I see. Okay. And do you remember what was your first kind of like your first poster or your first artwork that you did in the pop culture world that maybe went to a gallery or something like that? Or
I do remember it was the first gallery show I ever did was with Gallery 1988, and it was the Freaks and not Freaks and Geeks, but it was what's that director's name who did it? Freaks and Geeks.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
blanking.
me too. So bad.
But I did a Freaks and Geeks
Yeah.
piece, which was another cartoony portrait of Martin Starr's character, who I don't remember his name. So that was the first gallery show I ever did, which was very exciting. I still very vividly remember that.
Yeah, it was it Paul Feig, or was it Apatow? Judd Apatow.
Apatow.
Yeah. Okay.
That's who it was.
Yeah, because both of them worked on it, Paul Feig and Apatow, so wasn't sure.
Right.
All right, yeah, that's very interesting. And since you're also a fellow movie geek, I was wondering what was the last movie that you seen, or last TV show is also fine.
I watched Raya and the Last Dragon.
And thoughts?
I thought it was really good. It was really beautiful.
Yeah.
And the story was interesting. Definitely one of the better Disney stories. I really liked it.
Okay. I in the beginning I really enjoyed it. I had a really good time with it, like watching it, but thinking about it, it didn't stuck with me as other films, I have to say.
Sure.
But it was overall was still definitely a recommendation and a good movie. I had a good time.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have that sort of iconic feeling like Frozen does, or even Moana did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I like the action adventure and like doing like the getting from A
it
to
felt
B,
like
a fun movie, right?
Yeah, it felt like almost like a fantasy film, but Disney style,
Yeah. And how do you like the poster for that? I mean, I've seen a multiple great artwork for that. I really enjoyed the animation and stuff like that. And how do you like the poster on this one?
I think it's nice.
Would you like to do one?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. So maybe that's another female character you could do in your series.
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, what is a movie that will come out soon in some way or another that we will have to watch?
I'm really excited for The Green Knight.
Yeah, me too. And
I was really bummed out that it had to get delayed so much because I remember seeing that
yeah,
trailer
but
last year.
yeah, exactly. It was supposed to go live a year from now. A year ago,
Yeah,
South by Southwest was supposed to have the world
yeah,
premiere for that one, but yeah, now we have to wait until July. That's what they're saying, at least.
yeah. Well, hopefully things will be a little bit better by then.
Yeah, fingers crossed. And yeah, those and I
Yeah,
love the artwork for this one. A24 knocked it out of the park. They have so many good posters for this one.
yeah,
It
yeah. They know what they're doing.
yeah.
For-
By the way, would you like to do a kind of poster like that? Is that something you're or did you do that before? Because when you look at your work,
Mhm.
we see this illustration, modest illustration, I'll just call it child friendly style, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
And yeah, would you like to do something like that?
Yes, I would. I'm absolutely. I mean, I'm trying to make more adult friendly posters too. I think with these portraits that I've been doing, it's sort of a step in that
Mm.
direction.
I mean, it's nothing against child friendly. I mean,
No,
Scott C is making a living off child friendly stuff.
I know, he's crushing it.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, no.
yeah. That's a really great movie. I'm really looking forward for that. Do you have anything else you want to shout out that you're really looking forward to, or is
Movie
yeah, or
wise,
TV show? It could be TV show. I mean, for example, I started watching Invincible this morning. The first three episodes are out for the animated show, and it was really
oh,
fun. I really had a good time.
I
Enjoyed it.
I don't think I've heard of that one. What is Invincible?
It's an like an I was an R-rated animation of the
Oh,
comic book by Kirkman. It's from
oh,
Skybound Kirkman. Robert Kirkman did that, and
oh.
it's really cool. The first three episodes are out on Amazon, and
Nice.
it's a lot of fun. I tell you.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Sure thing. Okay, next question would be, what is your favorite movie?
um, I had such a hard time with this one because I feel like I have
I mean,
so
it's like
many.
basically, what's your favorite child, huh?
Yeah. Well, I only have one of those, so um,
Yeah.
uh, I think I landed on Fellowship of the Ring for that
Yeah,
one.
okay, that's fair enough. I mean, when I always say it, it's Empire Strikes Back for me. So
Yeah, that one is also up there.
yeah, so Fellowship of the Ring. What does this movie mean to you, and why would you mention it? I mean, it's a great year
Mm.
because, like, I don't know, 20th anniversary is it? Yeah, right.
Sorry,
It's the
it's a great.
20th anniversary, I think. So that's why
Oh,
this
is
year's.
it?
I mean, so we had so much artwork coming out lately for it in the last couple of months.
Yeah. Um, why? I feel like it was the first like my introduction to like fantasy,
Hmm.
the fantasy
Okay.
genre, which is now something I truly adore. Yeah, I just remember seeing that. I feel like that's the first like really big movie besides like maybe Titanic or
Hmm.
something that I saw in the theater and was just like, I love this. This is great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and comprehending it. I mean, I've seen movies way
Yeah.
earlier, but like,
Yeah,
you
like
know,
I remember seeing like Labyrinth as a kid and just being like, what is this?
exactly right. Yeah, and
What is it? I think I didn't actually like Labyrinth by my first. I just was like, it was like kind of
yeah,
scary.
yeah, it is. It's a
I feel like a lot of those like 80s fantasy genre films are like actually like scary and
mm,
not and kind of like campy. I don't know. I feel like the best part about Lord of the Rings is how like genuine it is and it's not trying to be like goofy or anything. It is just
yeah, it's high
like
fantasy, right?
it's yeah, and it's like taking itself seriously, but it's just really incredibly well made. I mean,
Yeah,
I just watched it again recently, and 20 years later, it holds up
exactly right. And
fantastically.
the new
Yeah,
4K version looks amazing. The remastered one. So
yeah, that's why
it's
I watched it recently because we got
yeah, there you
it.
go. Yeah, and I got for Christmas. I got the Tolkien illustrations for the Lord of the Rings. I already had the Hobbit one, but I got my girlfriend gave me for Christmas the illustrations for the Lord of the Rings. by him, and it's really cool. I love to see this kind of style he has, and like
Yeah.
fits right in with this. And you also did some artwork for that. You did the Shire,
Mm-hmm.
and you also did Rivendell. That was very recently, right?
Yeah, that was for my Through the Woods show.
Yeah, that was really cool. And I always like, on the show, if people know me, they
Mm.
know that I always ask people why, if they say if they like the Killian Eng stuff, I always ask them why do you like the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship poster by Killian Eng so much, and it looks very similar to what you've been doing. It's different, but in terms of colors and stuff like that, it reminded me of that, and it has
Uh-huh.
this kind of composition, and like always like. Because like people were saying, this is the best poster of 2020. It's so good, blah 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 blah. And why didn't I pick it in my tournament and stuff like that? And then I just, I see the technique is great, but the poster, the composition, and everything, it was like, meh, it's okay.
Not feeling
Not for it. It's
it.
just okay. But it's, I mean, he did other stuff I really really liked from 2020. So
Yeah.
I don't see the hype for this one for the particular. But I love
Huh.
yours. I love the style of it. I think it gives it a more, since I wouldn't say they're children's books, but they kind of are. So I
Mm-hmm.
think this is kind of like when I was reading it at that time, this kind of like feels closer to me.
Oh, cool.
So I'm excited.
Awesome. Yeah.
um, and how did you like the original posters from the Lord of the Rings and all the artwork that came out with it?
I mean, from what I remember, they were fine. I think I sent you the
Yeah.
one where it was Frodo holding the ring because that was the one I had in my bedroom.
Oh, okay.
On my wall.
Where did you had
Um,
a crush on Frodo?
oh yeah. It's incredible how like as I've aged my taste in the characters, like my crushes have changed. Like it started out with
Yeah.
Frodo, then it was Legolas,
Okay.
then it was
Of course.
Aragorn.
Where are we now?
Growing up.
Ghibli.
Now, yeah, well, if you've seen if you see a picture of my husband, it's pretty close to Ghibli.
But a little bit taller, I guess. Okay, I hope he's not listening.
No, he'll love it.
Good. Okay. Would you love to make a key art poster for that as well? I mean, you have done the alternative version kind of in this way, but would
Mhm.
you love to do some key art for like fantasy projects, or in particular Lord of the Rings, for like in the future, maybe if the 40th anniversary comes up or something like that?
Absolutely. I'm actually working on one right now.
But not key art, or do
Um,
you, or is it key art?
it's not actually. I don't know if it's Kiara. It has the title,
Okay.
um,
Okay.
and it's officially
All
licensed.
right.
So,
For whom is it? Can we know, or?
um, well, it's with Vice Press.
Ah, okay.
It's not finished yet. We're still working on it, but it's in the works.
Okay, that's what's up. So yeah, we will have you on the open channel. So
Yes.
that's good to hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of posters, what are your favorite? Like, do you have favorite posters right now from maybe other artists, or even key art that you really enjoy?
Yes, I have the Empire Strikes Back poster by Matt
Yeah,
Ferguson.
can't go wrong with this one. This is a classic.
Um, Now I'm spacing on what I chose.
I can help you there.
Oh, the Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings by
Exactly.
Gabs.
Yeah.
Um, that one's
Did you grab
incredible.
one?
No.
Would you like to grab one?
Now maybe I don't know. I don't really have place. I don't have room really for a lot of
I
poster
mean, right
art.
there behind you there would be a good
Yeah,
spot.
there's like one. I have like maybe a little bit of wall space in my office.
Okay. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do have the Matt Ferguson one. That was like my first poster purchase ever.
it was. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Which version did you get?
Um, it's the first one that came out where it has the title but it doesn't have like the
Yeah,
credits.
but the English version, right?
Yes, the English.
Okay, yeah, because I have all four of them. like with the black and white ones as well. And so and I have the key art one also signed by
Right.
Matt. So that's I have a light box over there, and it's in the light box,
Uh-huh.
and it looks amazing when you light it up. It's like real cinema
Man.
feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, that was the first poster I've ever seen where I was like, I need to buy that.
sweet. That's great. That's
Yeah.
great to hear. Then coming back to the gaps to the fellowship one, have you heard about
Hmm.
the not I don't want to call it controversy, but the problem printing it?
No.
There was a big problem right now. Bottleneck
Oh
released it,
no.
and I think they printed over, like, all in all with all the different versions, they had like 3,600 posters to print. So it's a ton. And the variant was limited. It was like, was it 375 or something like that? And
Hmm.
I think around 180 or so, the half of it got sent out, and they didn't look as advertised. It was
Oh
the
no.
printers had a little mishap, I guess, or it wasn't on the standard that the people were looking for.
Oh
Because I mean, he's very detailed, and he has those tiny characters in
yeah.
there, and this is like
Yeah.
so much goodness going on in this way. And I think the screen printing process wasn't the 100% perfect choice for this one. So there was a problem with it.
Yeah.
But Bottleneck was really nice, and they listened to the people, and they reprinted the whole run for the variant. So
Oh wow. Good.
that's really
Wow.
great stuff. Yeah, that was like the first time since I've been collecting since 2016, and this is the first time that this happened. So this was like really interesting to hear about.
Wow. Yeah. That's
All
crazy.
right, and then the last one you've picked is also by a guest that has been on the show, which is
Oh really?
Rory
Yeah,
Kurtz.
that poster I actually regret not
Yeah,
getting. um, but it was at a time when I was like, I just wasn't into like collecting
yeah.
posters when it came out because it's a couple years old, I think, at this
Yeah, I
point.
think two or so. Yeah, there was a timed version even, so it was kind of easy to get in
Yeah,
the end.
yeah, I know. I could, yeah.
But I mean, if you reach out to Rory, he probably hook you up. He's a good fella.
Uh,
He does things like that.
maybe. Yeah, that poster is
It's
just
amazing.
the
It's
comp
amazing.
is yeah.
But how did you like his Parasite then? I mean,
Uh, it was great. It's
yeah,
great.
but
I mean, Rory's work is incredible.
it is. It is. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
this. I mean, I got this one and the Parasite of him, and yeah,
Uh-huh.
they always in rotation in some form. One of the other is always up. So it's really cool stuff. I
Yeah.
just put his Parasite. It was on the wall, but then I moved it to the bedroom because I didn't want to put it in a flat file.
Yeah.
Understandably.
I feel like I'm gonna just get one of those because I am starting to like want posters.
Yeah, there you go. I understand. I understand. It's gonna start small, and then
Yeah.
you need a flat file.
Well, I started by getting the Mondo like
Oh,
vinyls.
okay.
Like I have a few of those.
Mm.
Like I started with those because it's like, oh, those are small and like I can play the music.
Yeah.
And
Which one did you get? Which one was the first that got you hooked?
first one was the Buffy the Vampire Slayer
Was that
one.
Sarah Deck? Did Sarah Deck do that?
I think it's uh Paul
Man?
uh Paul Mann, I think.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the Mandalorian soundtrack he did? That's
Yes.
amazing. Did you get it?
No.
I wanted to get it, but I don't have. I used to have vinyl when I was a kid, but not anymore. So I was like, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
know.
if I should get
I
it.
got a record player a couple well, for my birthday last
Uh-huh.
year, and so now I'm like, well, now I can get all these. So yeah,
That's sweet. That's sweet. Gotta have
yeah.
a reason, huh?
I got the In the Mood for Love one.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm ex- yeah,
Greg Rue's also a great artist. Yeah,
amazing,
amazing. Yeah,
amazing.
he's been last night. He's been since we're recording on a Friday, people, and this comes out on a Wednesday. So yeah, but yeah, last night he talked to Attack Peter because yeah, Attack Peter had him on his show. You know Attack Peter? He's
Mm-mm.
this linocut artist who does stuff for Mondo, and he's a really cool dude, and he had him on, and because like lately Greg was trying himself out in linocut because like he wanted to do some stuff, and even his linocut stuff looked awesome. So it's like he knows art.
Some people are just really
Yeah,
good.
exactly, exactly. My next question would be, what's your opinion on galleries? Are you cool with galleries? I mean, you're getting into the hobby of collecting. What's your experience? How do you like working with
Uh,
galleries?
well, I've been working with galleries for a long time. I just started with 1988, and they've basically been my like home base gallery
Mm.
for like almost a decade at this point. um, so I love them, and I've worked with spoke art,
Hmm.
and I don't think I've done anything with bottleneck. I can't remember, maybe a long time ago.
Not yet, though.
Um, yeah, we'll see, maybe someday. But I mean, I think they're great. I think the big group shows that they used to do, I feel like that's sort of slowing down a little bit. And I think focusing more on like actually like officially
Mm.
licensed, like limited stuff, that's more where I want to shift instead of going into like just like the big gallery show every like with a bunch of random
Yeah,
people.
like a multiple artist show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. And do you want to like? Do you have a wish maybe where you want to go? Like which kind of gallery? Where do you want to put it, or is that open? Whoever takes you.
It, yeah, well, whoever, has the most
Mm.
exciting project.
Would you also do private commissions in terms of that? I mean,
um, I've done commissions. I don't know. I guess it would have to if they, paid well enough.
if they pay well enough. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good point because
Yeah.
artists need to be paid. Then, speaking of getting paid, did you consider NFT or not?
No, I didn't consider.
It's
I read enough about it that I was just
okay,
like,
yeah.
that's
It's
not
it's a
for me.
hot topic. It's a hot topic out there for the people.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, interesting to see what other people think.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna like go into it, but yeah, just not for me.
Yeah. So since you started collecting a little bit, and you mentioned a couple of things that you have in your collection, is there something you set your sight on that you are really want to go for? Do you have
um,
like or
Not
maybe a property that you really want to collect, or an
collect.
artist?
Hmm. I mean, not really. No, I haven't really seen anything lately where I was like, I need to have that. I mean, I just bought another Star Wars Matt Ferguson piece
Which one?
for the Rise of Skywalker,
The blue
which
one?
I don't the which
This is
one?
this the
Sorry.
blue one? Where
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's a
Which is so funny because I didn't particularly love the movie, but that poster is just
mhm.
so iconic
I
looking,
st-
and I love those two characters. You know.
I still hope for that he would do more of this kind of series he did with where you have like one character and like you can see like story details within the character. You know which one I'm talking about? There's a yellow one, a green one, and a blue one, and also there's
Hmm.
one for Force Awakens where like the New Hope one is R2, and like you can see R2
Yeah.
frontal, and then you can see all the different scenes in it. You know which one I'm talking about?
Right. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
and he did this for the original trilogy, and he did one for Force Awakens, but the rest he didn't do yet.
Mm.
And I wish he would do that. Also, I also want episode 1, 2, and 3. So just
Yeah.
to collect that because I think this kind of style where you can see different story elements like that we all love from those movies
Hmm.
is amazing to see.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
tell him to get on
yeah, I
it.
told him a couple times, but you know Matt, you know how he is. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the last piece of art? Could be anything. Could be not even a poster or something. But what's the last piece that you put up?
I mean, it's just that Matt
It says
Ferguson
better. Oh, you
Star
just
Wars,
put that up. Okay. Okay. I see.
The Empire Strikes Back. Like I said, I don't really have a big collection,
Yeah.
so.
But do you collect like different kind of art, not poster art, in that kind of sense?
um, I I don't know. I kind of have a few like things that I've just
Hmm.
like picked up along the way, but not like not really.
Okay, okay.
That's so sad.
It's all good. It's all good. I mean, if you
Yeah.
want to keep it simple, you got to keep it simple. I mean, look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you a little bit later, just a sneak peek of the apartment, and then you will say, "Oh my god," because like
Okay.
I'm total opposite. Basically, every free wall space is art. But it's,
Yeah.
I mean, if you collect, you just want to display stuff. But like if they are so big, the posters, it's hard to display them all. That's why I changed the layouts.
I live in this old house that half of the walls are like covered in this wood molding.
Yeah.
So like a big movie poster. It also just doesn't really go with the aesthetic of the house, just to have these like modern like graphic movie posters just in this like 100-year-old house.
And how about you?
But I also like I have no excuse because my daughter's playroom. She has a room that's just like all full of all of her toys, and it's like just blank walls because I can't commit. I feel like I get so stressed out about the idea of like putting art up and then immediately hating it and wanting to take it down.
Speaking of your daughter's room, are you doing art for your daughter? Like special ones, like the Disney stuff? I don't know. How old is she?
Yeah, she's
Oh, she's
4.
4. Okay.
Um,
Did,
yeah, she went through like a Frozen phase for a
mm-hmm,
while, and so that was just like always on. So I would just because it was always on, I just would be drawing that for fun
mm-hmm.
sometimes. And anytime I showed it to her, she'd just be like, "Yeah, that's cool."
Yeah, mom, it's
Like,
okay. It's not the movie.
like yeah, exactly. She's just like, eh.
Ah,
But
daughters.
yeah, I mean, like sometimes I'll draw. Like she just like wants me to draw with her,
Okay.
so like I'll sit and draw like unicorns and rainbows is what she's really into right
Yeah.
now. So
How's that going?
she's more.
Is she learning from you? Is she doing it digitally, or is she doing it on a?
No, no, it's just like on paper and markers and stuff.
Okay. And are you giving her tips? Like, is she able to learn something off you?
No, I mean right now she's very free flowing, freestyle,
Okay.
abstract.
Okay. It's really interesting because last time I talked with a father about doing art and like working
Mhm,
with their daughter, it was Matt
mhm.
Taylor, and Matt Taylor they do drawing sometimes, and he posted something on his Instagram, and it's like really fun to see
Oh,
what they do together, and yeah.
oh, yeah. No, she's very much like this is no, this is mine. Don't mess with my drawing.
Oh, okay.
You do your thing over here, and I'll do my thing.
That's really cute. I like that.
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
I forgot to ask you, where did you put the Matt Ferguson? Is it in the office or?
yeah. I wonder if I can turn my monitor so you could see it. Maybe.
Ah, there it is in the corner. That's
Yeah, in the messy corner over there.
we didn't see anything. We
Yeah,
just looked
that's
at the poster.
yeah. Yeah, but now I have all this. I have all this wall space in here that I could totally fill up with posters if I want.
Yeah. Speaking of your office, you gave
Hmm.
me a picture of your office, and then that's always like people like to see how the setup
Hmm.
is, and I think it's very simple and very clean. Are you in terms of do you like it very simplistic, or do you have another space where you draw by hand, or don't you draw by hand at all?
I don't really draw
Hmm.
traditionally. It's mostly all digital. So yeah, that's yeah. My setup is basically my
Hmm.
cintiq and my computer, and the stuff on the walls is just like random art and books and stuff that I've kind of picked up.
No kings but us is what?
It's just this cool banner that I
Okay.
found. Yeah, I just thought it was really cool and graphic
Yeah.
and
And did
fun.
fight go along with it too, or does it mean something as well?
Yeah, yeah, I think that was some like someone I follow on Instagram made
Okay.
that, and I was definitely in that sort of. I think I got it last year,
Hmm.
and last year was a tough
Yeah.
year for everyone. So I think that I don't know, it gave me like that sort of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just
Yeah.
like
Okay.
feeling angry,
It's okay. It's okay.
and so I bought.
And the green little thingy. What is that? I cannot see what it says
Oh,
on it.
that's a little flag too. We got that a while ago because my daughter's middle name is
Hmm.
Wild, and it says "Grow Wild" on it. So
Ah, okay. That's
yeah,
an
it's
interesting name. How did this name happen?
um
She's a wild child.
well, yeah, it's actually a pop culture thing. My husband and our first date was watching a Gene Wilder movie
Oh,
marathon.
okay.
So for and he actually, I think he died the year she was born, and when he
Oh,
died
okay.
we were like, oh my gosh, we should like commemorate. And so it's totally dorky, but and then her first name is Charlie, so very Willy Wonka.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it. I like it. That's a nice idea. Like if I was just thinking for a second, what was my first movie with my with my girlfriend right now? And it was Skin. It's called Skin. With is it Jamie Bell? I think it's Jamie Bell in it. Where he is like totally like tattooed, like from this real story. Like he's a neo-Nazi and he's totally tattooed, and then he changes his mind like about like being a neo-Nazi and like try to get out of the scene and like getting those tattoos removed and stuff like that.
Huh.
It's a good movie. I can tell you that. So if you want to watch something intense, it's good. And yeah,
Yes,
but yeah,
an intense date
yeah,
movie.
wouldn't name a kid Skin though. That would be weird.
No.
So yeah, after looking at your desk, and I was
Mm.
wondering, what are you working on right now? What else you can tell us except the stuff for Vice Press? Is there anything or all NDA?
I mean, I don't know if it's NDA or not, but it's just still a work in progress.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, I'm hoping it comes out and turns out well, and maybe there'll be more in the future. We'll see. We'll see how it
All
does.
right, all right. Fingers crossed on that.
Yeah, and I mean, there's stuff coming out with more gallery, James and
Yeah.
Kare's gallery.
Oh yeah, that's see. Oh, I forgot to get to the questions because I set the questions up and
Hmm.
James wanted to be funny and he was like, ask her what's her favorite gallery in the UK. So yeah,
No
no
favorites.
favorites, no
You gotta
favorites are
rock all
played.
of you.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But yeah, James, he's a good guy and yeah. Oh, what are you doing for? I think you're doing a book series, right, for them, or was it the book?
This one is with their
Oh,
stormtrooper
okay, yeah, yeah.
license.
Oh, no, yeah, yeah. I have seen it. It's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go into the details, of course. But yeah,
Yeah,
but you did the book series with them, so
yeah, I did a couple of book
that
style
was really cool. Yeah,
posters.
I like those. They
Hmm.
look really great.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so next step would be since we have a couple of ideas what you're working on, I was wondering, how do you work? Is there something? How do you approach an idea? Is there something different in your style since you were basically learning by doing how
Mm.
this game works?
I guess that's sort of the how I do things is sort of just learning by
Okay.
doing. Like with these new portraits that I've been doing, I just wanted to like teach myself how to make
Hmm.
something look more realistic while still being a painting. And I never really done that
Hmm.
before, and I really wanted to. So I just sort of played around with different brushes, different
Hmm.
techniques, trying to figure out what looked the best. And yeah, I feel like my biggest thing lately has been to like slow down. I
Hmm.
feel like a lot of the time, especially because I've been doing a lot more simple
Yeah.
pieces, I just sort of fly through things and just like put them out, chug them out for social media, get the
Get the
likes.
likes.
And now I'm trying now more to just like enjoy the process.
Okay. What's
And just like take time.
what's the enjoyable part of the process?
um, Mostly just like figuring out how to make it look good.
Okay, but is it more the composition, or is it more in terms of the the technique?
um, I mean, I definitely need to learn more about composition, but for me, technique has definitely been sort of where I've been learning the
Okay,
most.
and is that something when you approach it? Is it more of like the I would say the latest stuff you did, and we talked about the portrait ones. It's more,
Mm-hmm.
I think you did that more because you wanted to learn the technique. But is there something, for example, if James told you something now for the stuff you're doing, is there more the composition you had in mind, or was it more the style that you were looking for?
What do you mean? Sorry.
I mean, in terms of, did you say, okay, this is my style. This is how I was doing it before. I'm just gonna do it this way, or a similar way to something I did before. Or did you think about, oh, composition wise, okay, I need to put in this, and or did you set it up, or was it in?
For the portrait ones you're asking?
No, I'm talking for the James one. We didn't mention what it is yet.
Oh,
For
well,
example, as an example, but maybe you approach different projects differently, so that's why I was
yeah,
making the reference.
that one was sort of where I started making this more to sort of still life portraity
Okay.
style stuff. Because at first I was going to go much more simple with it. But then I just sort of was like, I want to make this look like like an oil painting almost. So it sort of just evolved from the sketch to the painting in the
Yeah.
process. I was like, I just in my mind, I was like, I want to make this look like something you could find almost in a museum or something, but it's, Star
Yeah,
Wars.
that's totally cool. And how do you like your prints to come out? I mean, you don't print them yourself, right? It's via a printer or via your shop, or is it? Or are you printing them?
um, the ones I'm doing that are just like for
Okay.
fun, I have my own little like printer, but for gallery shows, for like bigger projects, I send them off to a gallery, a
Okay.
printer.
And do you have
Yeah.
like a preference on how they come out in terms of like paper or color when you do do you do screen printing as well, or is it just Giclée digital prints?
It's just giclée, but yeah, I'd love to learn more about screen printing. I have no idea how to do any of that. But the idea of having a screen printed poster is very appealing, and I'd love to look into that.
Okay. And what would you say was the most challenging project or most challenging maybe artwork in general for you, or was it always something else, maybe technique or something like that that was?
I feel like, well, this piece I just worked on with Vice Press, I feel like I just wasn't sure where I wanted to go with it, style wise. If I wanted to keep it more simple or go more detailed, so I think I just struggled a lot with just figuring out how to proceed. I think I landed in a good spot with it, but
Okay.
whenever I finish a piece, I'm always like, I wish I could do better.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
most of the artists are like that, I guess.
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah.
always keeping yourself small.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is fine,
Yeah.
but it could be better.
Speaking of future work, is there anything you would really like to work on? Is there something like an old movie or a newer movie or some even music or sports? Is there something you want to work on?
um, I mean, I'd actually love to do. I feel like the biggest one for me, I'd love to do officially licensed Star Wars stuff. Um, but I'd also love to do like Disney movies. I think those, like any animated Disney movie would be really fun.
Then I guess we have
Um,
to get you in touch with Bottleneck then. I mean, they have both licenses.
oh yeah, they do.
I just heard. I think they have the Pixar license right now. Chris Thornley, Rate 71. He's doing a bunch of
Mhm.
Pixar stuff right now.
Oh, cool.
It's coming out, I think, in May or something like that. So yeah, we're gonna do a big live stream for that, like we did last year for his Batman series, and he has like 6 posters, and
That's great.
for movies, and because like the Pixar ones, they always had like when you went to the film, you could see a short before that, and he's doing
Hmm.
like one big poster for the main film, and
Hmm.
then he's also doing one for the short. So
That's
that's the idea
awesome.
behind it.
That's
So
so,
I'm really excited for that one.
yeah. I'll have to, yeah, I'll keep an eye out for those.
Yeah. Okay, and now we come to my favorite question. I think you will. After talking so much about a classical painting, I was really excited when you started talking about that. What are you going to say for this one? And yeah, the question is, which classical artist or fine artist would you like to see make a film poster, and which movie or franchise would it be?
Um, well, I have been obsessed with John Singer Sargent, excuse me, his portraits lately, but he also does landscape. He did landscapes, which were beautiful. Um, so I'd love to see a movie poster in that
Yeah, what
style.
would it be?
I mean, just thinking, we've been talking a lot about Lord of the Rings, I think,
Okay.
in his sort of like fairy tale landscape
It
style.
you gave me this one with this lady sitting in a chair.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine this being Aragon or Liv Taylor in Rivendell or something like that.
Perfect. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
Galadriel. Yeah. Could see that. Yeah. Like like if he did a character portrait of any of the characters, even
Yeah.
Frodo, like it could be cool.
That sounds amazing. So,
Mhm.
and you know what this question means. I don't know if you have seen the other podcast before, but
Mhm.
for the people out there, I'm teasing it a little bit from time to time, and because in the beginning it was just an idea, but now it's happening. This question is going to be
It's happening.
the question is going to become an art book. And I
Mm.
have already a bunch of people on, and some other cool artists that you all like out there, and I have already one turned in, so that's really great. But we'll have to wait till the
Wow.
end of the year, and basically, this is asking you, will you be part of it and do that portray?
Absolutely.
That sounds amazing. Okay, I'm gonna we're gonna do the details later, but for the people out there,
Okay.
don't wait too long. It's gonna be awesome. I will definitely have some exciting stuff in the
Hmm.
future for you. Um,
That's cool.
okay, basically the last question would be: do you have any tips for beginners out there in terms of maybe hardware, software, utensils, social media, or just life tips on how to make it as an artist?
Oh gosh. Um, don't give up. If you just I'd say just keep at it. Keep making the things that you like to make, not what you think other people want to see. Um, I feel like I went through a phase of wanting to make art for a lot of other people and not really what I wanted to do. Um, and I was never happy doing that. So make the art you want to make, and it shows in your art. And also with the social media stuff, that's really hard. But I would just say, just, you know, put your best work out there. Um, you know, just, yeah, keep making it. I don't, as in terms of hardware though, like, I mean, you can do a lot of great stuff on iPads now if you wanted to get into digital art. So,
Yeah.
you don't need a like $3,000 setup.
Of course you don't. No, no, no. That's all good. That's a good tip, definitely on this end.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Then before I'll let you go, I want to give you the chance
Mhm.
to let the people know where they can find you, where your shop is, where your social medias is, where they can follow you, whatever. If you have a fan group on Facebook, also mention that. And
Okay.
when you have done that, I want to give you the chance for shout outs to family, friends, other artists, whoever you want. So go ahead.
Okay. Well, social media is really easy at Nan Lawson for both Twitter and Instagram. I don't have Facebook. My shop is nanlawsonshop.com. Check that out. And
The
what
shout outs. The
else? What
shout
was
outs for your friends and
shout
family.
outs? Friends and family. I shout out to my husband. He's amazing, and he's been out of town for 10 weeks, and he's coming home in 3 days. Um, so very excited about that. And any other shout outs? Shout out to the guys at Vice Press and More Gallery who have sort of brought me into this more official, venue of making art, which I'm very excited about. And shout out to you, Tom. Thanks for
Of
having me.
course. Thank you so much. I just want to say a shout out for the kid. For the kid is missing.
My
Yeah.
shout out to Charlie. I love you, girl.
There you go.
She'll never hear this, but
Come on, it will be. It's on YouTube.
maybe
It'll stay
someday.
forever, right?
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Nan, for coming on. It's been such a pleasure having you. It's I can't wait for all the good stuff that is coming in the future from all the galleries, and we will definitely feature it on here on the podcast and let the people know where they can buy all the goodness. And yeah, people, please don't forget to hit that like button. We really appreciate it for all the follows that you give up. If you don't follow Nan, I put it in there, the whole podcast at Nan Lawson everywhere. You will find that. And remember, on the weekend, on Saturday, we will have all the cool stuff that will be happening as the giveaway, as the 1 year anniversary giveaway over at my podcast. So I've been doing this for 1 year. It's been such a great time, having so much fun talking to artists like you, Nan. So yeah, stop by and see what we can give out for you guys. Okay, thank you so much, Nan, for stopping by. And peace out, guys.